The coronavirus has had an acute impact on world trade, global connectivity, and work environments. In this podcast, Tetsushi Sonobe, Dean of the Asian Development Bank Institute, discusses the path to economic recovery, the importance of digitalization, and how the application of behavioral insights can drive resilience in a post-COVID-19 world.
Soon after the outbreak of the coronavirus, social distancing became the keyword. School closure and lockdown took place in many countries. After the lockdown, the economic crisis began. So people are getting used to working from home and virtual meeting and the use of e-signature, distributed ledger technology, and that kind of thing. Also, we have seen that a huge shift from physical stores to online commerce. So the way of business is changing. So there is a decrease in economies of agglomeration. Economies of agglomeration means the benefit of being near each other in large cities. So this economic force is declining due to digitalization. We don't need to be in the center in the large cities. And also the cost of being near each other in crowded large cities is increasing or has increased significantly due to the need of social distancing or the fear of infection. These things are happening in both individual level and company levels in almost all countries. Because of the balance of this benefit and cost of being in large cities changing so much, so there will be dispersion of economic activities from large cities to local cities. We are observing, so within the organization working from home and those things, what will be the engine of economic recovery? This is the question. After a big crisis in the past, international trade and finance were a very important engine of economic growth. But now they are out of order. World trade or finance cannot be an engine of economic recovery. So what can serve as the engine of recovery? So my hope is things related to digitalization. Changes such as business practices or industrial structure, the shift from the physical store to online business, and also economic landscape or industrial location, the dispersion of economic activities to local cities. Those things are all associated with investment and improved efficiency and improved well-being. And they can be a booster of economic recovery. And all these things are related to digitalization. And then this digitalization or these changes reduce greenhouse gas emission too.
Dean Sonobe describes the struggles organizations and individuals may have when adapting to digitalization and how these challenges can be addressed with insights from behavioral science.
But there are negative forces of these changes, such as organizational rigidity, which prevent shift to working from home, or lack of digital skills, or unfavorable access to internet, or cyber crimes, invasion of privacy, increased difficulty in tax collection. So what do we have to do to make sure that we encourage digitalization and social changes, positive changes, and restrain and combat negative forces? So we are sure that we will use science a lot, and then we hope behavioral science will play a central role. For example, organizational change is difficult. For example, working from home can be kind of long-run practice, not only the emergency time, but some people have difficulty because the workers would say, can my boss appreciate my effort correctly? And the boss is wondering whether the people are really working at home. So if there is no trust relationship, it's very difficult to continue the working from home practice. Improvement and adjustment require a lot of trials and errors and sharing the results and then talking about the improvement, those things. So I know this program well because I conducted randomized controlled trials of management training programs for small business owners and managers. And then I learned that many managers and business owners are running businesses without knowing how to do business. But they think they are good managers. But even after they learn those management techniques and practices, they cannot continue because they cannot talk to the people and they have a good relationship with their people because they don't know how to express their ideas, how to evaluate, how to say, oh, you did a good job. So they don't know those things. So here the behavior insights will work very well.
Dean Sonobe concludes by highlighting the potential for behavioural insights to enhance economic recovery measures and resilience.
And then relocations and those things, so we need reduce congestion. So one way is relocate from congested large cities to local cities. But then the question is where to invest, in which mode of transportation, and then which types of infrastructure, and how large, what the scale, those things. So here the behavioral science empowered by big data will play a big role. And another possible barrier against digitalization would be cybercrime or cyberbullying or the invasion of privacy. So reduction of cybercrimes and the cyberbullying, those things will be directly benefit from the use of the behavioral insight. And then invasion of privacy and the anti-competitive conduct, these are the problems of the big platformers. But people have to fight against those tendencies. So how to encourage people to stand up? This is another area of application of behavior science. And also, recovery of the economy requires lots of tax government expenditures. So how to increase government revenue? So how to encourage people pay tax and discourage them from evading taxation? This is another area of the application of behavioral science.
This has been Asia's Developing Future, brought to you by the Asian Development Bank Institute in Tokyo. See the show notes for the transcript and related material. For more information about us, please visit adbi.org.